And it goes a little something like...
Hi guys, it's Maggie and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Yeah, sorry I've been really MIA for literally 7 months. It's funny, I think it's ironic because my last video I posted about getting out of a rut, and then I got into a really bad creative rut where I just didn't want to do anything that I really enjoyed, stuff like that. And I was working this whole summer and I went home, but I made a new pair of earrings. I have moved into a new space, and so I'm doing it much better and much more excited for things to come. For those of you guys who do not know, I go to Tulane University in New Orleans, Louisiana, and for today's video I'm actually going to be talking about how I got into Tulane University and how I can help you guys get into Tulane. In honor of applications opening, I think August 1st. I'm a little late. I want to get this video out there. I've been literally meaning to post this video just for years, but I just never did, Life gets away from me, but it's not anymore, and I want to give you guys my tips and my words of wisdom and how I got into Tulane. Obviously, this is not a foolproof system. Literally, do not, you can take my words, take my advice if you choose, if it resonates with you. If it does not, leave it. This is how I got into Tulane. Obviously, if you follow all of these steps, you do not, it's no guarantee that you're going to get in. Tulane does get more selective every single year. When I applied for Tulane, I was obviously going to be an incoming freshman in fall of 2019, so things have gotten to be a little more intense since then. I think the acceptance rate has dwindled. I think it was a 9 to 10% when I applied. Now it's a little bit, I think, even more intense. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me. Look up all those numbers on yourself. But don't let those discourage you. Tulane typically likes people that are a good fit, as opposed to just have amazing academic stats and amazing, stuff like that. A lot of times they don't take your traditional Ivy League person. They like to have a variety of students. And just from my experience, what I've experienced. So I was super nervous applying to Tulane because I thought I had literally a shot in the dark, for getting in. So I did all these extra things that I'm going to tell you about today, so that if you so choose, So there are two things that I think, the two major things you need to do, and I'm going to show you how to do both of them. You need to apply early. Apply early. I really cannot stress this enough. Apply early. And then show interest. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, but I'm gonna dive in depth on both of those concepts because I did a lot of things, So we're gonna start with applying early. I really cannot recommend this enough. Now, does this mean if you apply the day before the deadline that you will not get in? No, absolutely not. It does not mean that. I have friends that applied the day of the deadline and they got in. Most of those friends do have pretty good stats and have a little bit more. For me, when I was applying to school, I was so scared. I come from a very small town in the middle of nowhere, Texas. I had a good ACT score. My ACT score at the time was their average, was Tulane's average. I had good stats, but I was just still nervous. Applying early. There are benefits to this. I think that technically Tulane doesn't do rolling admission where they look at applications as they come in, but I cannot imagine that those applications just sit in a stack until the deadlines. I cannot imagine that. I really cannot imagine that nobody looks at those. Nobody does. For me, I'm always better early than, just get it over with, get it done, and just crank it out. Then you don't have to stress about it, you don't have to worry about it, it doesn't have to hover over your senior year, And I just can't imagine that nobody looks at them, you know what I mean? I cannot imagine that they don't look as they come in. I don't know, I'm curious, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I have no clue if that's actually how it works or not, but so I applied by August, I think 30th. I think I applied on August 30th, right the week before school started for me, because I just wanted to get them done. I applied to all my schools by the end of the first week of September, just that I wouldn't have to worry about it. It does get to be a lot, and senior year is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to kind of coast. You're supposed to chill out a little bit. So I recommend just getting your applications in. And because I applied so early to Tulane, I got access to this alumni interview that I would have not have had access to. I don't know I don't have like a specific date of like how early you have to apply to like have access to this, but the sooner you do, the better. I got matched with someone in my area, this guy in Austin, and we just had a phone call and chat about like Tulane and what to expect and kind of, you know, like thoughts and stuff like that. It was really good, and obviously I think he gave me a good recommendation because I got in. So the other thing is show interest, and I really just like cannot stress this enough. This is super important. You have to write your why Tulane essay. Don't even apply if you're not gonna write the freaking why Tulane essay. They like probably will not accept you. There are very few people get accepted without the why Tulane essay. Apply early action if you can. That's non-binding decision, but it's just an earlier application. I called my admissions counselor with some questions that I had to kind of just like, one, talk to someone actually and like put faces to, I don't know, you know, like put a face, my face to my name. So I called and had like a conversation with my admissions counselor about like questions about the college, application process, like all of the dates and stuff like that involved. Don't ask questions that are on the website, ask like insightful questions, but you probably do have some, and it's always good to just like make connections, meet people. Your admissions counselors are there to help you. So I went to this Tulane, like in my area. Tulane like came to my city, to San Antonio, and I went, and my admissions counselor was there, and she remembered me. Also, I have a very specific last name, obviously, but she remembered me. I was like, oh hey, like we had a phone call, I remember you. Like the more things for me that I could do that like got my face and my name all over like Tulane stuff, take a tour if you can. Get your face and your name like as there as much as possible, as stupid as that sounds. It really does help, in my opinion, because Tulane wants people that want to go to Tulane. They want to keep their acceptance rate low because they only want to offer it to people that they like know are gonna commit, if that makes sense. So basically you're trying to convince Tulane that you are going to commit if they give you an acceptance. That's the whole like game of how to do it, you know? So yeah, show interest and apply early are like the two main things. Talk to people on Tulane's campus, talk to admissions counselors, really just like, you know, also, you know, make your application as different and unique as possible, because Tulane does like to see that. I really highlighted how I was a part of a ballroom dance team, and a lot of people didn't have that experience in high school, and I thought it was like something cool. You kind of want to create like buzzwords about yourself, like, oh, Maggie, the ballroom dance girl. Like, you know, they're reading so many applications, you know, a day. Make your essays a little bit unique. If you make things just like a little bit unique, you'll be fine, and you'll like probably have a lot more luck in getting in, just because, you know, they're reading so much. You gotta stand out like a little bit. So those are my main tips on how to get into Tulane. I cannot stress enough, apply early and show interest. Those are like my two. I just like really stand by those. People ask me all the time for tips, like in Instagram DMs, on like how to get in. That's my words of wisdom, my little pearls of wisdom for you today. And if you want to see like any videos on like how to like writing essays, doing all that stuff, please just let me know. I'm happy to help. I want to be a resource for you guys, and if you have any questions about Tulane, and if you ever want to schedule like a one-on-one chat with me, like a Zoom call of some kind where you want to ask some questions about campus life and everything, please feel free to do that. Reach out to my Instagram below at maggielest. You can email me, I don't know, do whatever you want, but I am available to you guys as a resource. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Jesus.